My dad and I used to go to the movies a lot when I was a kid, and once when I was 12, he took me to see the classic wholesome family film American Pie. And for those who aren't familiar with the film, it's basically a bunch of high school seniors who are nerds that decide to make a pact together to lose their virginity before heading off to college. Great father and son bonding experience, right? And in the film, one of the guys seeks out this legendary book that's called the Sex Bible. And basically, it's this tomb of knowledge that gets passed down throughout the school over the decades that teaches men how to be great lovers. And of course, it focuses on all the things like technique and using your tongue the right way. And I think this is how a lot of young men think about approaching how to be a great partner in the bedroom. Especially if they're with a new woman, they really want to give her a great time. So what do? They focus on technique. And I'm here to tell you today that technique is overrated. Like, of course, you need to know, like, a little bit, like, where you're putting it in the right area and how to change positions and the basics of touching her. But after that, what's really going to create a strong, powerful experience for a woman is the mindset and how she feels in that moment. And there's one specific thing that almost all women say drive them wild in the bedroom that I want to teach you today. And that is the act of a man showing desire while in the bed with her. Okay, because you're going into a lot of these sexual experiences and you're so nervous about making a good impression and touching her the right way and making her feel good when she's also of the same mindset. She's nervous. She wants to look pretty to you. She wants to make sure her stretch marks aren't showing, or she doesn't look awkward a certain way, that she smells good, that she tastes good, and all these other things. So while you're sitting there like reading the master stroke technique of how to lick her in this specific star pattern, she's sitting there worrying about like, do I look attractive to him? Is he enjoying his experience? And am I what he wants right now? And this is pretty universal. Go ask women anywhere or type in like, what's the hottest thing a guy can do in the bedroom? And always towards the top is the answers of just feeling that the guy is really excited about me and just wants me so much. And this is like the premise of every romance novel everywhere, where like guy meets girl and they start hitting it off and things start heating up and he just becomes so overwhelmed with desire that he just has to have her and he shows her, and that's what drives women wild, and they're reading that on the page about how overcome he is with his excitement for her, and that really gets them into a sexy headspace. So now that you understand this one big picture idea, let me give you 5 practical ways to show your desire in the bedroom to a woman and give her the best sexual experience she's ever had. Number 1 is prolonged eye contact. There is almost nothing hotter than looking into a partner's eyes when you're in the bedroom and just like looking into each other's soul while you're embracing and you're thrusting. It's unbelievably hot. And when you look at things like Tantra, that's a big part of it. It's just getting really good with eye gazing and looking at each other during that intimacy. And it makes you two feel so close, and it shows her that you want her just so damn much in that moment. And this is something a lot of guys don't do. They'll like look at her and then they'll be thrusting and they'll kind of be looking past her or checked out. You need to get really good at times of just looking at her, especially when you're like taking her and like in a moment where it's like getting really intense. That's just gonna make her go crazy. And especially probably the hottest moment to do this is when you guys are gonna climax, if you're climaxing or she's telling you, or hopefully you guys can do that together. That's super hot. That's where that last 30 seconds where you're going harder and it's really building up and you guys are about to like moan and scream in there and you really wanna lock eyes, and then it's game over. Like when you guys are about to both orgasm and you're locking eyes, it is just unbelievably powerful in a way you can't describe. Number 2 is breathing and moaning. I know this sounds horrific to a lot of men. They're so worried about using their voice and grunting and making noises. But just like how you probably don't want a woman to just lie there and give you no feedback, women want to know that you're just like expressing ecstasy and pleasure through your voice, through guttural noises, through your fucking animal desires. And this is where a lot of men will just hold themselves back and actually like subdue their voice. And women want the opposite. They want to hear you just like let out a moan like when you're really feeling something incredible. They want you to like grunt and show like, like when you just have to have her and you go, grab her tighter. I can't even say it. I'm so goddamn excited right now. They want to feel like when it's really thrusting and getting intense that you're both panting and out of breath and working it. All these little sounds just create this atmosphere that is just so erotic and so arousing. And if you're quieting your voice, you're doing a huge disservice to you. I know it feels embarrassing and a lot of guys are really nervous about that, but but I promise you, almost every woman wants to know and hear your pleasure so that she can step into hers. Number 3 is worshiping her body. As you're starting to undress her and you're starting to touch and doing foreplay, I want you to become obsessed with her body. I want you to check her out with your eyes. I want you to look down her lips and every inch of her. If she gets a little nervous, I want you to touch her skin and reinforce how good it feels. And then spread her legs and look at her. I want you to drink it all in so you get more and more aroused. I want you to kiss down her body and feel her skin under your hands and taste her. The more that you can see her as the most delicious dessert you've ever seen, the more turned on she's gonna feel. Because a lot of women, again, are self-conscious. They're worried that they're not as perfect naked, or that they look a little weird, or there's too much hair there. But if your actions through your physical body is showing otherwise, that really helps her relax, which paves the way for arousal. So again, look at her like you're hungry and you want to devour her. Kiss her lips and use them everywhere, not just on her lips and on her neck, but all down her body. Run your fingers down her, massage her. She's a block of marble and you are the sculptor. And you are sitting there studying it and touching it and sculpting it slowly and appreciating its beauty and just marveling in everything that she is. And that brings me to number 4, which is a similar point. You also want to tell her how hot she is and how much you want her with your words. So while you're using your eyes and your hands and your mouth to worship her, you also want to tell her those things. You want to look her in the eyes and say, "Oh my God, you look incredible right now," or "Your body is stunning." You want to tell her while you're touching her skin, how amazing it feels under your hands and how soft she is. You want to look at her body and tell her "I can't even contain myself right now. I want you so fucking much." When you enter her, you want to tell her how incredible she feels and how good she makes you right now and how wet she is and how hot that is. The more you tell her these things, the more comfortable she's going to get and the more likely she'll start telling you how she feels about you. And that starts to get really hot where you guys start talking dirty about each other and then you explore your sexuality together. And number 5 is a nice little bonus where you show her how overwhelmed with spontaneous desire you are. And this is especially good for once you guys have been intimate a few times or you're dating a little bit and there's a little bit more trust together. So maybe she's hanging out at your place and you guys have only been hanging out for half an hour and she goes up to get something, but then you come up behind her and wrap your arms around her waist and pull her against you. And if she's feeling a little turned on, you start kissing her neck. And right then and there, you guys were unexpectedly just hanging out, but you both are feeling so hot that you just have to consummate that right now. And instead of waiting for the 2 hours where you hang out and do it slowly, it's a little bit more passion in the moment. And this is where sometimes it's really fun where don't even make it to the bedroom and you guys hook up on your rug or on the couch or sometimes against the wall and it just starts making out right there. And it's really hot to just have that random passionate moment. And you can also do this through things where normally you'd start to undress each other slowly, but it's a little bit more intentional and a little bit more fast where you lift up her shirt and you just start kissing her stomach, or you kind of pull her pants down by her thighs, and it's really hot for her to just feel "Oh my God, this guy's starting to take me and he's really just in the moment overwhelmed and he has to have me." So if you were just hanging out, but then at some point you show her "I just saw you in this moment or got really turned on by you and I just couldn't hold myself back," that's really, really hot. And what happens? It went from pretty chill and cool to just fiery hot instantly. And that contrast is just rushing her with all these emotions. And it's just so incredibly hot at times. So if you're still stressed out about being a great sexual partner with a woman and trying to figure out all her buttons and have the right perfect technique, drop all that shit. When you're watching a nature documentary, are the animals studying the right approach before they go at it? No. Embrace that animal lust, and I promise that both of you will have some of the best sex you've ever had. We have a deep desire to give you guys the best advice possible. So do us a favor and hit that subscribe, click the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up.